back. I'm looking at the sign, exit. Is that like Brexit except it's exit? What would the ed departure from a multinational organization be? Anyhow, how do you sell your home for more than it's worth? That's what you're here for. I've got 4 tips for you, and I can speak from this very acutely from the buyer's side. I'm representing a lot of buyers right now, and we're having a time, man. We're having a time getting a house under contract. If it's a house you like, it's a house 100 other people like, it seems like. Just saw a house, actually. I don't want to take too long on this, but I just saw a house in Lamont. Shout out to Carolina and Damien if you're watching. This house is grossly underpriced, and that's one of the tips. And they are booked solid for appointments. They are booked solid for 2 days straight. Offers aren't even going to be looked at until Monday, and they already have 7. So that's how that goes. So that's tip number 1, is to figure out what it's worth and price it a little bit lower. Now I'm telling you, this house is grossly underpriced, but let's say your house was worth about $300,000. Not a bad idea, not a terrible idea to price it at $289. And I want to tell you, a lot of people are kind of get a little squishy about that, and they say, why don't we price it at $320 instead and talk our way down? The problem is the market knows. The market just has a mind. It knows how these things work. And when you price it at $320, you're not fooling anybody. You price it at $289, you start to fool people. And the reason is they see a deal. If you think about anyone you know in your family, your friends who goes crazy over bargain hunting, coupons, those 80% off Kohl's sales, you know what I'm talking about. That is what you're tapping into when you price it lower than the home is worth. The market just understands that it's a deal, and they get emotional about it. That's where you want them as a seller. Number 2 is to hold off for the right offer. So one way this agent we're talking about today is playing it right is he's waiting for the whole weekend, because you're gonna get all kinds of offers. I would not doubt that this thing's gonna sell for. I would not doubt it's gonna sell for almost $100,000 more than they're asking. I'm just gonna say that now. There's no way to prove it because I'm not giving you an address, but I'll tell you how I was right later. Number 3 is to sell in the springtime. That's just when people are out. I mean, you really can't sell a house. You could sell well any time of year. I've seen it. I've seen multiple offers on homes in the winter, in the dead of winter, but the spring is just when most people are naturally out and looking, and that's when you've got the highest competition for these houses. Finally, make it unique. A lot of people ask me about repairs they're gonna do, upgrades they're gonna do, and my most common thing is, in most houses, it's not gonna raise the price a lot, but what it's gonna do is create a hook. So they're gonna see a bunch of 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom houses in this town, in this neighborhood. Yours is the one with the floor-to-ceiling marble fireplace. Maybe that hooks people and gets them to want to bid higher on yours than they would on any of those other houses. It's a hook. By itself, it's not gonna increase the price, but emotionally, again, you tapping into that sort of emotional desire for the house, you might get somebody to pay a little too much, which is good for you. If you have any questions, give me a call at 815-931-2279, and for now, I am going to exit.